one of the teaching fellows at MEST, and I function at the same time as one of the facilitators for MEST48. As MEST48 approaches the end, I'll be talking to some of the teams and like to introduce you as the audience to their ideas. Come and join me.
I'm Charles, I'm team lead for Plugged In. We are building a web-based application that is going to connect event planners and those who own events to the people who supply rental activities for them, like chairs, like decorations, like cakes, etc. We're going to use mainly the web technologies, HTML5.
My name is East Legon from Ashesi University College, and my group members are George Nikwe from Ashesi, Jeffrey Odamikranton from Ashesi as well, and Keldring from MEST.
Okay.
Now, our idea is to develop a web and mobile application that aids health-conscious users and administrators to facilitate the healthy usage of social media through peer-to-peer monitoring and smart usage of location information. We're going to use JavaScript and HTML to write an add-on, a Chrome. We're going to start with Chrome, a Chrome add-on. So that basically is what we're doing in the beginning here.
So my name is Rashad Saini, and my team is composed of Godwin, Francis, Seth, and Tatiana. So our idea is called Follow Me, where we serve as an intermediary between businesses and people who tweet with a very large following on their Twitter accounts. So all we do is we promote those who do the tweeting, allow them to do what they love to do and get paid in the process. And businesses can leverage on this by pushing out their content through these people and reaching the audience they actually desire to reach, through that maximizing their profits. Technologies we're using at the moment include HTML5, JavaScript, with a backend including a little of Python and Java.
The day has almost come to an end, MEST48 second day, and before we finish that day and are excited to see what's happening tomorrow at the pitches, we'd like to do some minor tech talk with Noah. Noah is our tech teaching fellow at MEST at the moment, and Noah, thanks for making some time. We'd like to know, can you give us an overview of technology being implemented within most teams?
So I had the opportunity to interview 5 of the teams that are in the competition and seen a fairly diverse actually implementation of technology across the team. So had some that were using Python frameworks, some that were using Java frameworks for their backends. We had, for the front ends, for the most part, we had standard HTML, CSS, web applications, or mobile applications. Mobile applications were using PhoneGap, which is a technology that allows you to use HTML and CSS to deploy to many phones. We also had pretty standard database backends, everyone pretty much using MySQL. So technology-wise, fairly standard web stack.
So did you see any common trends in the technologies?
The applications for the most part were either mobile or web applications. And with one exception which I thought was interesting, there's a Chrome extension being developed as part of one of the teams, which is, their idea is to remind users when they're spending too much time on social media, which is a perfect application for a Chrome extension. That team is called Watchdog. And they're again using HTML and JavaScript for that. So across, as we discussed earlier, the technologies are pretty much staying consistent across the teams with minor variations in back-end technologies. But for the front end, pretty much looking at the standard stack.
Okay. And so, in your opinion, what can we expect tomorrow at the pitches?
So we're going to see a lot of mobile apps and a lot of web apps. We're going to see probably some very highly scripted demos. I think there's been some issues getting applications all the way to completion. However, 2 of the teams that I did talk to had applications that appeared to be working really well and didn't have any immediate bugs. So that is very good news. One of the concerns I have is that some of the teams were in a state where they had built separate front ends and back ends, but they hadn't integrated them yet. And I think they may be underestimating the amount of work it's going to be for them tonight to go in and do that final integration. So I think tomorrow we're going to see some pretty good pitches, especially from the business side. I think we're going to see some good tech demos. I think we're going to see some tech demos that may need a little work.
Okay, so you're positive that those teams that are might be struggling a little bit, they will still make it to integrate both ends.
I think if they don't integrate both ends, then they're going to have something that looks like they integrated both ends.
Okay. Do you have a favorite?
I'm
I'm not gonna ask you which one, but do you have one?
Out of the teams I've talked to, I have one that I would like to see succeed. I think out of those. So.
Okay.
We'll find out tomorrow, I guess. Then.
Okay. Is there something like a sexy tech applied anywhere?
We did have Django, which I was not expecting, which is a cool Python framework. It's going to be actually taught upstairs to the class of 2014 next semester. That's cool. And also some Memcache, which is not a typical application that I see used out here. So.
Okay. So since there's already a big queue out there in front of your door, students waiting for your advice, just a quick question. Do you have any final comments on MEST48?
Yeah, I mean, it's been a great experience. Everyone seems really excited, so glad to be a part of it. Glad to see everyone else here being a part of it. Looking forward to the pitches tomorrow.
Well, and we're glad we got a shot of you. Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thank you.